guys and girls. This is Claudia here from Metaldays 2018, Rotten Sounnd this time. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We've been talking before the interview shortly. What do you think about genre boundaries or subcategories and categorizing stuff? Do you think it's important or?
No, well, I mean, okay. There's one good function for it, and it's for someone who doesn't know the band at all. Mm-hmm. If you say grindcore, then they can imagine something that's closely probably related to music. Mm-hmm. But then, other than that, I think there's like music people like and music they don't like, and it doesn't matter which categories they're at. Mm-hmm.
And what are bands that you personally really like listening to?
Okay, it's a tough question. There's a lot of old stuff from 80s and 90s, like Entombed, obviously, Napalm Death, Slayer. But then something else like Sigur Rós, Björk, and more atmospheric stuff. And then electronic Venetian snares, and who else? There's too many bands to mention.
Yeah, sure.
From the newer ones, Pull of Hell is very good. The Body, I like too. Bone Reaper, Monolord, which I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, there's like, that's an endless list of bands if I start unfolding the memory.
And when you're traveling and touring, are there a lot of people you keep meeting and it's always like the same musicians you see? Or is it a lot of different people and meeting new people? Or don't you really have time for that because you have to work such a lot on the tour?
Do we have to work a lot?
I don't know.
I don't think so, no. We're like, I mean, we do meet a lot of people, and the ones who we have met before, like the Lurking Fear has At the Gates members, and Tom Pites also in Despair, who are really good friends of ours, and they have a lot of friends of ours too. And so you get to meet the old pals as well, but there's always new friends. Like we were in Obscene Extreme before this festival for a total 5 days, did 2 shows there too. And I mean, we made a lot of new friends too. So it's kind of accumulation, and remembering everyone is kind of the tough one. I remember the face, but the name and connection is sometimes difficult.
Yeah.
Since we have done it for a long time, and the memory isn't getting any better when you get older.
So talking about memory, is there some kind of incident that keeps sticking in your head from the tour life? Something that you say that was a very special, dear personal moment to you, or interesting
really.
Thing you noticed in a special place?
Each show is very special, really. We value them very high and do the best we can do every night we play. So in that sense, there really isn't something that's above everything. Again, contradicting clauses, that Obscene Extreme was again wonderful, and we're really waiting forward to play Metaldays finally. It's been a long time when we tried to get here. There's been talks before, but now we finally made it.
And when you're getting into the writing process, like when you start, okay, what do I want to say? What do I want to express? How do I want to express this? How do you go about writing?
Well, for lately, our latest release since actually Cycles, I think. It's been pretty similar way I do it, and that's like writing small, like short stories, which I do transform into lyrical form later on when I'm getting the music from the other guys who are composing. Since I'm not doing that much of guitar or any other stuff for Rotten Sounnd right now. In the past, we were writing together with Mika, but now it's like there's 3 other guys who do a good job with that, so I don't want to interfere. But it's mostly the stuff that, if there's a concept and usually there's something that connects the lyrics together, write those short stories and then convert them into something that makes sense together and fits the songs as well, hopefully.
So you go like from the short story, you're going into the lyrical form, already listening to the music, or do you write the short stories based on the music you hear?
It depends on when the demos are coming. So if I have the demos, then I usually listen and write. That's the best way. But sometimes I've had some things in the drawer, like just writing raw text, which can be then transformed when I listen to music. And it's usually, I've noticed that I do want to kind of feel the song how it feels, and then put something that fits the song. And kind of, there's not really that many leftovers text, but usually there's certain things that fit some things better. Angry lyrics for angry songs. They're all angry, but in a different way.
So, do you often rewrite the texts, the lyrical form, or
No.
you say, no, this is in
Constantly until it's recorded. There's a few tweaks here and there, kind of how it flows with the song, and also like sometimes I add more words, sometimes I remove some, and I'm not happy with the way things fit, like in lyrical, almost poetical form. But there's phonetics is kind of interesting tool anyway.
Yeah.
So
So also the way the words sound.
Yeah. And that's why, I mean, I'm really overwhelmed by some bands who don't use lyrics at all, because it's so difficult to do. Because I've done one featuring song for Buffalo Grills from Italy with no lyrics, and it was so difficult to express something interesting without having the words to work with. So yeah, in that sense, definitely, phonetics is important.
And regarding the sound of your voice, like different technical aspects, how did you start to get into what you're doing? Like, did you experiment, or did you ask friends how are you doing it, or did you see it in other bands?
Well, I mean, we started playing in bands in the late 80s with Vomiter is now death metal band.
Yeah.
And in that time, I was a lot into just death metal grunting and picked up that thing. However, when we started with Rotten Sounnd, it felt that I need some aggression and started to do more high vocals, and just had to learn that and something between. Again, it really has to do more with the song that fits the background. Or I don't want to say background, what is the fitting instrument, because I think grunting and screaming is more of an instrument than what kind of lead thing.
Yeah.
More equal than in, let's say, pop music.
Yeah.
So, I guess the only thing I learned technically was not to hurt my throat, which was the first half a year doing death metal, and making sure that I can still speak properly after show and do the inter show without losing energy, or like being able to keep it up. And doing 4 weeks of tour with no day offs really requires that.
Not going to hospital.
Yeah.
What do you think is an artist, or who defines who's an artist?
What is art?
And what is art?
I don't know. It's impossible to say, really. I mean, and is there a line? I mean, if someone is creating something they want to express to themselves even, or to other people, which we happen to do when we are performing artists. I do define all of that art. I don't know if you take bands who are doing music for fun, like for more of like party music, do they consider themselves art? I'm not sure. You should ask Bert, let's if you interview them. Are you art? And they probably will have a really funny answer to you. But yeah, it says artist in my past, so I guess I am. But then again, we are not taking art seriously as such, and we don't want to be doing something that has to be artsy. Just something that matters to us and expresses our music best way.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
And enjoy Metaldays.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.